Hello friends and welcome to episode 744 of the ChairShot Podcast. We are back. I'm certainly back. Guess who's not back? Barry. Barry's not back. Barry's in the Netherlands. Probably smoking a big old doobie. I don't know.
We know for a fact that that's where he is. So,
I think I saw on Instagram he was in Holland, wasn't he? Or Netherlands.
Let's see if he's got any posts on
Netherlands,
Instagram.
as I call it. Holland.
Does he have... Yeah, I mean, that's a discussion we can have.
Look, no one calls the name of the country I live in correctly, so I'm not...
Wasn't in Herzegovina, you're having a laugh.
And
Barry, let's see, what does it say? His posts are gone, so I don't know. He's somewhere. He is somewhere. He's not here.
Wait, I just saw an empty bottle of WKD God Blue.
Classy.
But this is back in Limerick, so that should have been a giveaway. I don't know if he drank those or those, they just sort of hand those to you when you land at the airport. But yeah, anyway, so we're not here. Paul is here, my good brethren. I'm back. I was in Germany last weekend, so not on the show. I did listen to the show, though. It was a very, very good one. Went on a bit, to be honest, but yeah, generally...
Did you say that?
Generally, yeah, very good show. I like Paul's joke about the Darth Vader thing. I've altered the contract. I don't alter it again. That was very funny. And the discussion on the WWE contract finagling was very interesting, very insightful. What was it doing on this show? I don't know. No, it was good. It was good. And then, I also listened to the Fantasy League update, which was interesting.
You probably skipped straight to that at first and then went back and listened to the rest.
No, I don't know if you guys were kind of thinking you were like sort of wrestlers backstage in a segment where it's like the invisible microphone, like no one can actually hear you, kind of plots in to team up and overthrow me as leader of the Fantasy League. But that did go out. That actually went out. The other wrestlers saw it. The audience could hear it. The announcers heard it. Everyone heard that, so that's out there. Yeah, other than that, very, very good show. But we're back.
Let me just check.
This is going to be an even better one, so strap in.
Let me just check the Fantasy League and see how
Strap on.
Joe did against the team of me and Barry. We got more points than both of us combined. Never mind. So, that plan obviously isn't working. No, it was a good week.
It won't last forever, but yeah.
Good week.
Yes.
I mean, these podcasts always go on a bit. That's the thing, right? In my head, I look at the run sheet and I go, we'll get that done in a tight
But that's
75.
45 minutes worth of content here? Yes. Not flat out. Well, give us a little 2 hours. No, but we do have an exciting run. So as I said, I was in Germany on a stag do.
What are we doing over there?
Oh, bloody stag do. Drinking. I mean, it's the worst part of the stag do, I think, is that you have to use Ryanair, because Ryanair are the only airline that flies to a lot of these European destinations. Cheap anyway, unless you want to pay 300 quid for a flight, you go on Ryanair. I don't mind Ryanair so much because you're only on the flight for an hour, and okay, it's a bit crap, but whatever, it's fine. The worst part is you have to get to Stansted Airport outside London, which it's called a London airport. It's about as close to London as Kildare, I would say, in terms of a journey. I probably could come and visit you quicker than it would take to get to Stansted.
Are any of the airports in London?
Well, I mean, yeah, Heathrow is kind of like on the very edge of London.
Okay, because I fly to Gatwick usually, and that's south.
Gatwick's out, slightly out. The only one like really in the city is London City Airport, but that is more for your kind of jet set executives from flying in. Tony Khan probably lands there, I would imagine.
Where's the Luton Airport? Where's that?
Luton, Luton's fucking miles away.
Is there a Luton Airport?
There is a Luton Airport, but again, it's fucking... They call it London Luton. It's halfway to fucking Birmingham. They're taking the piss.
Right.
So anyway, yeah, nice. Would be 2 hours on the train to get to Stansted, but we shared a cab between a few of us, so it was only about an hour and 10 minutes, even in the cab. So yeah, I went to Germany, went to Nuremberg, which is a bit of an unusual destination. I don't know why they picked that, but it's quite a nice, kind of typical European city with like, you've got the old town that hasn't changed for 400 years. Not a lot of new stuff necessarily, but also just quite quiet. I think in Germany do you still have like the Sunday trading laws in Ireland? How strict are they? Like, do shops open on a Sunday? Because in the UK, they used to be very strict. Like you could only open for like 2 hours on a Sunday, right?
No, we've never had it.
And then and that was abolished in the 90s. And now there's still some restrictions, but they're kind of open, like 10 till 5. Your supermarkets will be open. In Germany, they still abide by that. So on the Sunday, there was literally not a single shop open. Bars and restaurants were open, to be fair, but like it was very quiet in the city because like obviously no one goes out shopping. Unlike here, where it's like, oh, we're bored. Should we go shopping? Yeah, let's go shopping. So it was very nice. A few drinks consumed, not too bad. Were some early starts, but the only real notable thing was, we went to like authentic kind of German, like the beer hall and authentic German restaurants. And oh boy, if you do not like pork and potatoes, you'll not be enjoying Germany because you go through the menu and it's like, okay, sausages. Okay, we got pork schnitzel. Okay, we got more pork. We got pork knuckle. Okay, interesting. And then it's a potato salad, potato dumplings. Other kinds of potato. Like literally all the way up for 3 days. 2 days was pork and potatoes, which left my belly in a bit of a belly welly state. But
is it like Marge Simpson where the bread has meat in it?
Pretty much, yeah. So yeah, but it was fun. Got back Monday. And just been trying to like get through the week, to be honest, since then. Just going to work, doing this and that, and just gently recovering. What's your week been like?
Oh, I've been sick as a dog. Sick. Which I'm not usually sick, which is good news. But this week I was sick bad. So this would have been Tuesday night. Tuesday, popping, singing songs, dancing around, as I typically am. Still kept to that. I before we get to the sickness, right? I mentioned about a month ago, I'm on this new exercise regime. I haven't missed a day.
Right, nice.
So I've done about 4 weeks of 3 days weight training with the dumbbells, 3 days jogging, building up to eventually a 10-kilometer run. So I missed a day. Tuesday comes, as I say, I think on the Tuesday, I ran a 3.5K. Didn't eat, like for dinner, had a lovely chicken salad. So this isn't to say that I was like gorging myself on squashy, what are they called? Love hearts. No, it was a very, very normal day. And then I went to bed and I started to get a very bad fever, very bad temperature. And just couldn't sleep, just sweating profusely, so I got like no sleep. Wake up in the morning, message my boss and say to him, I'm going back to bed. I'll be back on in a couple of hours. See how I am. So I ended up just, I didn't start work until maybe 11, 12. And then I did log on. I did work for the day then. But I had no energy at all, totally drained, headache, cough, everything bad, right? Following day, I'm fine. A little bit of a cough. Nothing, not too bad, but like a little clear the throat every now and then. Friday night, Fever Part 2 comes along. I thought I was over this. Fever Part 2. Luckily, I had bought some paracetamol and
nice
bits and pieces in the interim, which I didn't have on the first night, which is why it was so horrible. So my sleep was uninterrupted. Friday night, I was able to sleep like a big old loggy. Oh, there's a cough now. And then ever since, I've been kind of okay. But not nice. I haven't had a temperature like that at night since I was a kid, I feel like. I remember my parents, me having a temperature, being brought out the cold back garden in my little undies.
Oh no!
To cool down, which
that's
nice.
bad, isn't it? When you've already got a fever and then it's like right out in the garden in your undies.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is,
show the neighbours.
I think my parents tried on me the cold bath once. I don't have a great memory of it, but I have to assume that it was a huge pain for them. So I said, right, we'll just bring around the undies in the back garden. This must have been in at least autumn. or possibly winter, because I remember being very cold, being brought out very cold. But yeah, the adult version of the temperature. I didn't have any Calpol to cool me down.
Were you out in the courtyard in your undies this time?
No, I spared the other
patrons.
The other, I was going to say tenants, but I guess they're not tenants. I mean, most of us here own our apartments.
The other owners.
Yeah. The other people what live here didn't have to see me prancing around in my little one size too small.
in your Danhausen themed Y fronts. Very nice on the front, very evil on the back. www.shop.com.
Well, yeah, that's my week. So and here's the full circle bit, right? So I've been on and off sick since Tuesday. Mm-hmm. Still haven't missed a day of exercise, which I know is not good. That's not no. That's not a boast.
You should have a rest. You should have a.
Should have a rest.
I still follow Anthony Agogo on kind of social media, and he's kind of pivoted to be like a fitness influencer.
Yeah, has he DM'd you about it yet?
Yeah, he did actually. And I kind of blanked him. I was like, sorry, mate. Not when I'm with me.
You said, Anthony, go away.
Anthony, go away and fucking learn how to work, brother.
Wake me up before
you're sticking up the joint. No, but yeah, again, he's supposed to I got 3 days. When I started resting 3 days, I doubled my gains. So I don't know, Paul, maybe you on a rest a few days, you might double your gains.
Gains is.
You also didn't mention eating squashy love hearts. I don't know. That didn't come up.
Yeah,
that didn't come up. I don't know where he stands on that, but we'll see.
Well, here's my logic, right? I see some people who are big into the exercise and they are very fit and all of that, but at what seems to me like a drastic decrease in their quality of life.
Yeah.
My primary thing is still I want to enjoy life, basically, right? I want to enjoy it slightly longer, of course, but I'm not going to deprive myself and only eat. For dinner, I ate a single basil leaf with some olive oil on it. No, come on. I'm still allowing myself a little squashy during the podcast.
That's fine. In moderation. That's all.
Well, exactly. Well, I ran this week, trying to do the maths in my head. So 11 kilometers across 3 jogs. And I have a 5K jog tomorrow. So let a man have a squashy. Come on now. But yeah, that's all going well. But I was a little bit sick, as I said. I watched some very, very boring football yesterday. Sunderland, Manchester United was on telly over here.
Yeah.
On Premier Sports. Ooh. If I wish I had that football on Tuesday night, I would have been asleep in half an hour. Boring rubbish. And then the Arsenal game was very exciting.
It was pretty decent.
So I did enjoy the end of that.
Did you watch Liverpool and Chelsea? So I thought that was quite good.
I watched the second half.
Not great quality, but it was quite back and forth, and quite enjoyed that. But yeah, a bit boring football this week until the championship race. I think Arsenal will do it now. I think they beat Burnley.
Oh, Burnley seems like a layup. It seems like it'll go to the last.
Burnley have done. So, and then the City. Well, maybe they'll drop points. You don't know. You never know.
What do you make of the VAR decision at the end of the match?
Yeah, I thought it was a foul.
I thought it was a foul as well. I've seen a lot of.
He grabbed the goalkeeper's arm while he's trying to catch the ball. Then what?
And they showed then a replay from behind where another West Ham player also had a handful of the keeper's jersey.
Nah, I know. I think the complaints have been, Arsenal have been doing this all season, but I don't know. They have been doing a lot of physical stuff, but I don't know. I feel like Arsenal would have been pulled up for something like that. You know what I mean? If Declan Rice grabs Simmons' arm a corner, I think they would have given a foul.
Well, I'm not going to do whataboutism.
I
think it does kind of even itself out over the course of the season. But there was in the first match of the season, Arsenal Man United. I remember there was a little involvement on our keeper by Nzir at the time, and the goal was given, and so a little bit of I agree it was a foul today. The issue is the inconsistency, right? And I
think it's the inconsistency of only giving it when it matters. It's like, well, we got to get this one right because this is relegation and Premier League on the line. When it's the third game of the season and Arsenal do it against Fulham or whatever. you still got to give the right decision.
Yeah.
You might just go, fuck it. Yeah.
The problem with corner kicks especially is that if you are to use VAR to that level, every corner is a penalty or a free kick. Because everyone is hold of everyone. They're all
always pushing
into each other.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there needs to be a baseline or, because again, if you break down the logic of using VAR, and again, for the record, I am ultimately pro VAR, but VAR is for clear and obvious mistakes, right? Mm-hmm. Clear, obvious things that were either not seen or were wrongly called. I mean, is the referee not seeing that everyone is jumping and everybody's arms are all over each other? And like, what is there in that the VAR is showing that the referee wouldn't have already had a good idea? Was that a little bit silly? But sure made for an exciting ending. That's what I was enjoying as a fan. As I said as well last week or the week before, ultimately I would like Arsenal to win the league, but I wanted to go to the very end. I wanted to be as exciting as possible. So the City-Everton game last week and this game this week given me that excitement that I kind of crave. Otherwise, seems like Spurs are going to maybe eke out survival for the second season in a row, finishing 17th last season, maybe 17th again this season. So they'll just about survive. And look, seems like United are basically guaranteed third now. So just fucking cruise our way to the end of the season.
On the old beach.
2 more 0-alls.
I won't mind really. I think just get to the end of the season. Do not get to the end of the season, sign a midfielder to replace Casemiro. Bosh, we're away.
I mean, that was the thing, right? Is watching the game yesterday.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Take out two, like even just take out Casemiro and we're crap, but take out a couple of players and it's, you see the real difference. So.
I mean,
this was with like Amorim not playing. He didn't play Casemiro at first. He didn't play Mainu. It's like we literally don't have any other midfielders. What were you doing?
Well, Bruno was playing in there.
I mean, not talking like central midfield or defensive, but like we literally had 2 good midfielders and you didn't play either of them. Like, what are you on about? Fucking idiot. Put fucking Ugarte and fucking Mason Mount in there. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Anyway, Champions League next season. Look forward to that.
Yeah, look forward to a bit of that.
Arsenal winning the league and England winning the World Cup. So that should be a good summer. Yeah. Anyway, we have got some wrestling news. For you.
Yes.
So the first item here is WWE continues to be just the worst. I honestly could not tell you which of the many things they're up to that refers to.
That's why I phrase it so vague.
Oh, okay. What do you?
There's a number of highlights this week. So they have this new Club WWE thing, which is again just a way for them to gouge
the marks,
money out of the marks. We've had over the last few weeks the 50% pay cuts. We talked about that last week. Which then this past week they announced like, oh, we're more profitable than ever, and all of our presidents and COOs and the like are getting 42% pay rises, but we can't afford to pay Kofi Kingston whatever, 100 grand or whatever. Like. We then had Backlash last night, WWE Backlash. Do you see that John Cena announced he was going to have this announcement that was going to shake the very foundation of wrestling?
This cunt is giving me David Brent after he got fired, because he is showing up more now than he did when he was still a wrestler. Every week he's like, all right, got a new dog, or what's his name? Vince, named after another Vince that they locked up unfairly. I did see the announcement. Oh God, that's awful. Looks absolutely dreadful. Like late stage AWA, WCW kind of levels, or just anytime TNA, really.
I'll do you better than that. John Cena came out and cut a promo that wouldn't have seemed out of place in an episode of Twin Peaks. It made so little sense. This man was gibbering. This man was I don't know what he was saying. It was like 10 promos cut into one. the rules made no sense of this tournament he wants to do. I'm guessing will be like a pay-per-view show with a mix of WWE and NXT guys and girls, although they didn't say that. And then you like vote on who's the champion. So what's the point of any of it?
Just total
wins and losses don't matter, and even if you lose, you can be a champion if the fans vote for it. I didn't. Total nonsense, exactly. And then we had, and although WWE fans seem to like this, I'll throw into the just the worst shit. The Danhausen mystery partner thing. It was just a dwarf in a mask. Great.
I haven't seen it. Should I Google Danhausen dwarf, or should I not bother?
Don't bother.
Was it not even like good? Didn't even look like. It wasn't face paint and stuff. It was just a mask with a little
Danhausen face mask. Which people thought was very funny. Brian Alvarez was like, "If you don't like this, what's wrong?" I'm like, Brian, okay, look, let me just say one thing. If the rest of WWE was class, fair enough. Do a little funny Danhausen. Oh, it's a cloning machine. Oh, he didn't have enough juice or whatever. And it's a little mini Danhausen that comes out or whatever. Fair enough. The problem is that the whole show is nonsense and terrible. And then you tease the classic. This is like as old as time immemorial with wrestling, right? You have a pay-per-view and you tease a mystery partner. You got to be someone. If it's not someone,
people assuming it's CM Punk.
I mean, people saying that
more embarrassing. I don't know.
Well, my line of thinking was, because I was just kind of thinking it over before the show. Oh, God, excuse me. I'm saying, who was going to benefit from this little spot? Like, are they going to bring out Obafemi, the latest big baby face? With just him, would you have the face paint on? That'd be a funny bit. I said, well, he's kind of he's over this now. He's like past doing the Danhausen spot. So who else? Maybe whoever the next guy in NXT will be. Or
Trick Williams.
Someone who's just, Trick Williams was in a different match, but someone who's just come up, someone of that level. Javon Evans, that would have been good. Someone who's going to come out and get a pop and
Bob,
oh my God.
Bob Salinger from NXT.
Joe Hendry.
Big Stephen Hendry.
No, it was just
but they did. It was okay. So we've got Club WWE, which is apparently you pay even more money to get access to tickets and pasta making sessions with Johnny Gargano. We've John Cena's Bizarro World tournament. We've got Minihausen. Anything else going on in WWE? I mean, I see
Asuka's apparently retired.
Asuka's retired,
or semi-retired. Yeah.
I'd love if she turned up at AEW. Just for like one match, that'd be great. There's also a thing I've seen. I don't really understand the context of it at all, but there's a gingerbread man that died.
The gingerbread, that is the gingerbread man. Yeah.
Is it? I couldn't even tell you what that was about because I don't follow it closely enough. But I saw that there was on the same show where they did a memorial for Ted Turner. They also
that was the main event segment of that show.
They had a bigger memorial for. I assume this is some kind of character or something. I couldn't even guess.
Gingy.
I could not even guess what this is.
Gingy. You don't know Gingy?
Is he like Sami Zayn's mascot?
Trick Williams mascot.
He's Trick Williams. Trick Williams is a mascot called the Gingerbread Man.
Let me. Your whole mind's gonna be changed with this one sentence.
Fucking
right?
hell.
So, are you sitting down? Let me just make sure.
I know. I'm gonna lie down.
Well, again, this sentence is going to change
your
mind.
Go outside in my pants. I think. Hold it down a bit.
When I drop this sentence on you, your reaction is going to be, "I'm never watching AEW again." WWE, you got me back.
Yeah.
Right. The Gingerbread Man was Lil Yachty in disguise.
I mean, I don't even know what that is, let alone...
He's a rap man.
He's a rap... So the rap man was dressed as a gingerbread man. But why?
To fool... I forget which one of them. Sami Zayn or Trick Williams. I don't know.
Why the gingerbread man?
I don't know. Because is it funny? I don't know.
Is it?
I missed the origin of I don't know why.
The lore of the gingerbread man.
And he jumped out of the coffin and they beat up
Oh, of course, he's dead. Yeah.
Again, I want to say
How
Sami
does he
Zayn.
die? How does a gingerbread man die? That's
Sami Zayn kicked him in the penis and then ripped his arm off.
That will kill a gingerbread man with that.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Wow, it all sounds well.
But the other thing,
there's more.
gingerbread man, you mentioned, there was another thing that came to my mind then. What was it? Oh, for the gingerbread man funeral, all the lovely AI video packages that they aired. Generative AI all over that company.
It's just like match promos, or like graphics. You mean like match graphics or promos? Actual video promos.
They did a video package for the gingerbread man's life, and they did a little AI. Oh, he got this diploma from this college, and they show him get the diploma, and he was at WrestleMania 3. Yeah, AI bunkum.
Absolute crap. Speaking of which, I saw an ad on TV for Hellman's Mayonnaise that featured Andy Samberg and Elle Fanning. I don't know if you've seen this. Apparently, it was a Super Bowl. I've just googled it. It was this year's Super Bowl ad, but it's now made it to British TV.
Mm-hmm.
But first came on, I went, oh god, AI, because Andy Samberg's there dressed as like, who's he supposed to be? Neil Diamond.
Okay.
But you couldn't recognize it. It was like, I swear it was AI. You could not recognize Andy Samberg. The face didn't look like a real face. It looked completely fake. And then it carries on. I'm like, oh, this is crap. And it suddenly hands mayonnaise to like Elle Fanning. And I'm like, that's Elle Fanning. And she was like, no. And I was like, yeah, it was Elle Fanning. Then he starts singing. I'm like, and that's Andy Samberg. Like, this is about 20 seconds into the ad. I'm like, oh, okay, now I recognize it's Andy Samberg. But the rest of it, he looks like an AI.
I'm looking at it here. It does not look like Andy Samberg. It looks very strange.
Like you could say, oh, is it makeup? But no, it looks like he couldn't film those bits. So they just had AI Andy Samberg. But the bit in the middle does look like him. So I wonder, did they just film that bit and then AI the rest around it? God, it's like, not only do you have to sit through celebrities selling mayonnaise, but they can't be bothered to show up and film a little, bit of bollocks.
I give the rights to my likeness to be used in this Hellman's ad. God. But yeah, I mean, again, the fact that you missed the gingerbread man funeral, Joe, I mean, what's wrong with you? Get on.
Oh.
You need to get back to watching.
Got a lot of homework for the end of year awards, so we'll see. In other news, speaking of iconic deaths, Ted Turner also passed away, of course. I feel like Ted Turner was a much more famous figure when I was a kid. Like, he was a real kind of mogul that people like. It's kind of a Rupert Murdoch, but of more kind of liberal left, not sort of as evil as like a Rupert Murdoch or one of these people. But he was like a very, very kind of well-known billionaire. Obviously married to Jane Fonda, famous for CNN. TNT, Turner owned a big chunk of the media until it merged with Time and then AOL, and he kind of faded a bit into the background. And I think the last sort of 20, 25 years, he's just kind of been on his ranch, like not really doing much. So that's why he's probably not as well known among like younger generations today, but really he was like a huge figure. Of course, big in wrestling because he was the man who put NWA on his stations early on as the 605 Saturday show and other shows, and eventually when Vince did the national expansion, it was pretty much Ted Turner that stopped it from being a monopoly because he owned WCW and made that into a national organization which was on all his stations, and he kind of backed it when they were losing money and kept it alive for quite a long time there. And of course that meant Vince hated him, partly for that, and I think partly because Ted Turner was very liked and successful and had a very attractive wife, and that was and was not seen as like a fucking sleazy hick who promotes wrestling. So that's why Vince didn't really take to him and tried to maintain this kind of feud with him, which was a completely one-sided feud the whole time it was going on. And I think Ted Turner gave one shit about Vince McMahon. I always quite liked Ted Turner because of the WCW connection. In fact, when I was at university, I did a business degree and I had to write an essay about a notable business figure. and kind of write about like their businesses and their style and analyze kind of like their success. And I wrote my essay on Ted Turner, and I called it Billboards to Billions, the Ted Turner story.
Very good.
Because he got his start by inheriting, I think it was his uncle or his dad's like billboard business, which he then turned into like newspapers, TV stations, etc. Wrote it in about 3 hours, 2 a.m. till 5 a.m. So it wasn't the best essay. I did get a passing grade on it, but that's my kind of memories of Ted Turner. So yeah, it's very, very sad. But rest in peace, and thanks for WCW and for TBS and TNT still broadcasting wrestling today.
It's interesting, right? Because you mentioned the Vince McMahon feud, the one-sided feud, I guess. And obviously for those of us who have kind of fallen off the WWE bandwagon somewhat, we obviously have a different opinion. But I would imagine that a lot of modern fans who maybe come into wrestling post WCW going out of business, maybe certainly in the last 15 years, let's say 20 maybe, would probably have their idea of Ted Turner colored by how he's been presented in those Monday Night Wars style documentaries and so on, where he was very much portrayed as the bad guy who was this billionaire is trying to put Vince McMahon and his little mom and pop shop wrestling company out of business. Can you believe it?
Vince McMahon, he started it all with nothing. All he had was a small $1 million loan from his father, who already ran a successful wrestling promotion. He basically started with nothing. Yeah, and here comes Ted Turner. And, I agree. So he hasn't been in the news cycle for that long. So yes, the only information is from those documentaries.
I saw Vince's newspaper advertisements come up again online there, where he was taking a full page. Attention, TNT viewers or whatever, or the stakeholders. Is this kind of man you want running your company? Look what he's doing.
Yes, actually, he's incredibly successful. So Ted Turner passing on. Rest in peace to him. And then finally, Owen Hart bracket is going to be announced on Dynamite.
Which is unusual. I was looking at the history of the tournament. Because what I wanted to mention, obviously we don't know what the brackets are yet, but I wanted to mention what this means for All In this year. Because they've done now, will this be the 5th Owen Hart tournament, I think? Only the last two have earned the winners' title matches at All In. The first two didn't. Who won? The first one was won by Adam Cole, Britt Baker, then Ricky Starks and Willow. So they didn't get All In title matches. I mean, All In didn't exist the first year. And then we had Danielson and Danielson. Who won? Danielson and Mariah May, and Hangman and Mercedes last year. My question is, this is going to be announced on Dynamite this week, the brackets. I wonder if the plan is to have the final at Double or Nothing, because if you look back at the 2024 All In, Danielson, Swerve, and Mariah and Tony, those finals didn't take place at Double or Nothing. They took place on 10th of July of that year. So 2 months from now, because we're recording this on the 10th of May. So, and obviously last year was different because All In was earlier in the year last year. When they do in Wembley, it's typically end of August. But last year was, 12th? It was around your
12th of
birthday,
July,
right?
12th of July. It's quite early.
Quite early. So it's a month and a half earlier. So this bracket seems like it's in line with the month and a half earlier All In. But it means that we'll have a tournament bracket announced 2.5 months, 3.5 months before All In.
Yeah.
It seems like a long time. So I wonder if, number one, so here's the possibilities, and I wonder which of these will be the more likely. They'll do the tournament as normal. I guess the final, when's Double or Nothing? Is that end of May?
2 weeks.
28th of May, something like that.
Yeah, 24th of May, 2 weeks.
24th. 2 weeks.
2 weeks
Okay, they're presumably not going to get the full.
No. I can see quarterfinals. Even maybe after Dublin. I don't think would they put quarterfinals on it, because there's quite a lot of matches announced already.
It's a small tournament though. It basically is just quarterfinals, semifinals, and a final, right?
Yeah. But I'm saying
there's not a lot of people in it.
Yeah, but you've already got like quite a few people committed to matches on Double or Nothing. They're not going to start at Double or Nothing.
So why announce the brackets?
Yeah, I'll get it. People are excited. Yeah, but I think they would probably start immediately after Double or Nothing. Maybe that's the thing. So we'll get it now, and then in a couple of weeks we'll get the first matches. Maybe it culminates at Forbidden Door. Maybe they go all the way to Redemption. That does feel like quite a long time, because then you're talking about really 2.5 months of a tournament. Don't know.
The problem with that is all the people who are involved in the tournament are basically on pause storyline wise while this goes on.
So maybe it's Forbidden Door, and then Redemption is kind of the no way out of like, does someone put their title shot on the line?
This is what I'm going to suggest is New Japan style. The person who wins the G1 in New Japan defends that right up until the Tokyo Cup.
Right.
So is that something we maybe see at a Redemption? Is the person who won the Owen Hart defends, and actually that would give the belt a reason to exist, right? The belt gets defended until being cashed in.
Is that Ospreay Omega? Maybe that's the final at Forbidden Door, and then maybe I don't know. Anyway, we're getting into speculation, but yeah, interesting.
It does seem a long way out though to be announcing the brackets 3.5 months before. It's going to be...
they want to shift a few more tickets for All In.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad shout.
Because they're ticking along, but they're still less than 30,000.
Are they going to give Ospreay the Arsenal in the Champions League style? Ospreay against Peter Avalon in the quarterfinals, and he'll fight the winner of Serpentico against Luther.
Versus Minihausen in the final. Or maybe Gingerbread Man will make the jump.
Ooh,
maybe they're writing him off WWE TV because he's jumping to.
He wouldn't take the 50% pay.
Nah, it's a Gingerbread Man. You got the 50% makeup, brother. He's like, no way. Going to AEW. Interesting. So that is the news. Let's jump into. We won't no quiz this week because we're Barry list. We were going to have Gimme 5, so that will be back. That will be returning next week. Yeah,
well, I have my big feature next week as well.
Paul's also got a big feature. Wait, what's your big? I did hear about the big feature, but I didn't quite get.
I can't say what it is.
You didn't tell what it is, right? You just kind of promote it. Okay,
it's
so
a big
next
one,
week,
though. It's a big one.
Next week, you're getting Gimme 5, and you're getting Paul's big feature. Hopefully, there's not too much news next week. But right, fantasy update. Let's have a little whiz through the old fantasy league.
Okay. Look at these points here. Excuse me. I mean, looking at Dynamite, fucking everyone in your team won on Dynamite. Moxley in action.
Well,
Okada in action, defend the title, wins.
Only 7 out of 10.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I mean, where's Ricochet? Where's Swerve? Where's MJ? I mean,
you could have the full 10.
Struggling here.
I don't know if that has ever happened, by the way, in all the years we've been doing this, that all your people would wrestle on a TV show.
I feel like
on a pay-per-view,
sure. Yes. TV, no, I don't think so.
7 out of 10 is a hell of a... So a 27 for a Dynamite is a hell of a score. Obviously, Kevin Knight didn't win. I think he was the sole loser on the night. But that 1 point was enough to push him to the big 100. He's the first person to reach 100 this season. The other... close to 100, Darby Allin on 95 and John Moxley on 91. Who's got them? Joe has all 3 of them. And then you also have Orange Cassidy in 4th place.
Oh, baby.
So the top 4. Kevin Knight on 100, Darby Allin 95, Moxley 91, Orange Cassidy's. Orange Cassidy's a sneaky one. Where the fuck did he
How did he get up there?
79 points. Well, he did win the trios title.
I know, but I feel like he didn't even wrestle at the start of the year. All of a sudden,
I know, but it seems like he's always in those trios matches.
Yeah,
it's always team plus Orange Cassidy,
like a pay-per-view random trios or random TV trios. It'll be in. It's like
the rest of the top 10 are made up by Barry and my top scorers. So the top non-Joe wrestler there is Tekla, 78. Megan Bain, 75. That's crazy that she's as close to Tekla as she is, given that Tekla won the world title.
I think more title defenses for the Divine Dominion.
Well, I'll tell you what happened on Collision. Sort of good news, but also bad news in a way for me. The Divine Dominion announcing this 5-minute eliminator thing. Because that to me suggests less title defenses and more non-title matches in their immediate future. Great. Thanks, Tony.
Also, potentially just more matches, though, I would say.
More matches, hopefully, yeah.
I think overall it would be a benefit.
Willow at number 7. Kyle Fletcher is still hanging at number 8 despite being injured. Speedball Bailey at 10. And number 9, off the back of his win on Collision, Mark Davis. The still hitherto undrafted Mark Davis. I nearly feel like I should have brought him in prior to him winning that title. I could feel in my giblets that something was happening on the Mark Davis side.
It's been a good push.
I've used too many transfers, though. I can't keep blowing through him, or I'll have injuries and nothing to do.
I wonder if once he wins it, it's almost like not too late, but you kind of need to. He's going to have defenses, but then then he's going to lose it in probably 3 months, and that's.
I tell you what I'm regretting slightly, because cast your mind back to, I want to say it was Revolution, Mystico winning the Trios Championships, and not necessarily the big Mystico won the belt celebration. It was that, but also the Mystico is all elite. Mm-hmm. And I thought, this guy is going to be on the pay-per-views, he's going to be on the TVs, to the moon, Alice, to the moon. Do you know what he's been doing? He's on fucking Ring of Honor every week. Mystico, is it? Fuck no. Do you know who's on Ring of Honor this week? Bandito.
Oh, no.
Tony.
It's a shame. I mean, why not? Why are these guys not on TV? They're so good. So good.
Well, I mean,
no Andrade this week either, unfortunately, was there? I think.
No, there's only so many hours in the week. I get that, but
we do get a lot of rubbish on TV. That's not all bangers, is it? You know what I mean? For someone. Yeah. I think, I'm looking ahead. I think, so I mean, obviously I'm pretty far ahead at the moment.
Yeah.
Several hundred points ahead of Paul.
Not insurmountable, though. I mean,
no, it's insurmountable.
You and I have been in this position before.
Well, I wasn't this big.
Not too far off.
About 150 points ahead of
150 points. Barry.
I haven't had Swerve Strickland around for like 6 weeks. Like, he hasn't wrestled since that Kenny Omega match.
Yeah, he's on the way back.
He'll be back soon, hopefully picking up some points. I'm pretty confident up until maybe All In, and then I don't know about Darby and MJF if they're going to continue this kind of crazy run they've been on.
Yeah.
MJF might go on a break. Darby might slow down a bit, and then I kind of have to hope some of these other guys step up. So Carter and Swerve feel like they could have done a bit more. Carter's obviously going to lose the belt, so that's going to be to Takeshita, I assume. So that'll be a blow. Ricochet a bit disappointing. Cassidy and Knight, I think, will continue to score points. But yeah, so I'm holding on to my transfers. All right, I'm going to,
of course,
let the next few months play out.
I mean, the thing is, if you look at your team and look at the matches column, you have only 2 people who've wrestled under 10, right? Then cast your eyes down to my team and look at spots 2 to 5, 15 matches between the 4 of them all year. I mean, that's that gap. And 2 to 5, excuse me, they really should be your points getters.
Your bankers,
your bankers. Although, actually, Darby and Kevin Knight were your 9th and 10th. How did Darby get?
Pretty good 9th and 10th picks.
And Moxley, number 1, of course. Bandito, 5 matches all year. Still no sign of Mark Briscoe. Mystico has only got me 2 points since I brought him in. Great return. Loving that. Mercedes, where are you? Please come back. Barry's team doing solidly, I would say. Barry has a few, though, compared to your team that just are not in favor at the moment. Like, whereas you got a Kevin Knight, he picked the speedball. If the shoe was on the other foot, maybe speedball would be the golden goose. Then you're looking at a different situation. I think Pac is also not bringing a lot of points for Barry. If I were Barry, and as of last week, I might be, I'd be trading Pac out, and I'd be bringing in someone. I would have traded out Pac for like a Mark Davis or something.
Yeah, he's only used one transfer, Barry. He could, especially with July coming up, he's got a couple of.
You can afford to bring someone.
Yeah, could throw one out now.
Mark Davis and Nick Jackson, maybe Cash Wheeler, have the two FTR boys. That was that strategy actually worked quite well for you last season.
Yeah.
Roderick Strong is up there. Windsor. I mean, again, not to rehash or reopen old wounds. I think the real killer for me this season was in very short succession losing Powerhouse Hobbs at the start, but then more so losing Fletcher and Tony Storm within like 2 weeks of each other. Just Tony Storm is such a bad one. Hopefully she's around where she is.
That's to her. Yes, that's the old fantasy update. We're back next week.
Yeah.
No, then we have got a Darby Allin World Championship match. What's supposed to be a card? Unfortunately, I'll be missing out on a point because it's actually going to be Chichester instead. I think a couple of other decent, big. What's it, like a 10-man tag on there as well?
Yeah.
Osprey Wrestling, so should be good. Speaking of Dynamite, we had a 3-hour Dynamite this week.
Sure did.
Because Collision was split in half for some reason. Don't really know why.
Very strange decision, given that they had the golf show coming up. They rent out this really unique arena. Then they announced that show's only going to be 1 hour. Really, it ended up being about an hour 15-ish. But
yeah.
I don't know why that wouldn't have been a 2-hour show. So,
it's strange. I assume there was scheduling issues, but I don't know why. But so I go through Dynamite. We kicked off with a Ted Turner tribute, which is very nice.
Really lovely.
So Tony Schiavone and a surprise appearance from Sting to open the show. There was the customary 10-bell salute. Dedicating the broadcast, and Sting kind of did a kind of funny promo about Billionaire Ted, and then he didn't quite say this, but Billionaire Tony as well, kind of keeping wrestling alive, which was nice, and very, very touching. Because there has been times also AEW felt very much like kind of continuity WCW, like yes, we're on 30 years of wrestling on Turner, and almost
they
kind
allude to that a lot.
They allude to the kind of record of being on the Turner networks a lot and following
spiritual success.
And this was very nice. We had a Continental Championship Eliminator. John Moxley defeated Juice Robinson with the Bulldog Choke. Pretty good match. Robinson just kind of selling the hand, or if he hurt his hand, but good match. Good match.
Good throwback to the early days of AEW. They feuded in New Japan over the then US title, I believe.
Oh, yes.
Nice throwback to that, because that was when I was kind of, obviously AEW was just starting. I was still watching the G1. I remember they were feuding around the time of that. Just a reminder that Juice Robinson isn't this jobber fool.
No, he's a good wrestler, isn't he? Good little wrestler.
I mean, of all the groups that we kind of make fun of, the top flights and the like, for whatever reason, maybe it's somewhat irrational, but I'm always pulling for the Bang Bang Gang. Something about the Bang Bang Gang I just like.
They're very likable, they're likable, they're fun. They're not shit in the ring.
I like the Guns, I like Ace Austin, I like Jinx.
Entertainment matches, I really like that.
I would love for when Jay White finally returns, that group gets a bit of a push behind them. Like,
up there.
The conglomeration are fun and all that, but there's certain people within that group that I feel like we've just seen non-stop for the last few years. Just to give, okay, and obviously that's not to say that I don't want to see Roderick Strong, I don't want to see Orange Cassidy, but of course I like these guys as well. Maybe it's more so that an injury can happen, or who knows what, and a spot will open. Let's get some steam behind the Bang Bang. I think the Guns, especially, are underrated. I think they're quite underrated.
Absolutely, they should be in that.
I think they're a very solid tag team who really should be in the mix for the titles.
Absolutely. Video package on Ospreay and his recovery and sort of semi-alliance with the Death Riders.
Yeah.
I think he got cleared on Collision by Doc Samson, so he'll be back next week.
Did you like Ospreay sitting on the floor while Wheeler Yuta did these like deep sit-ups leaning against him? That was Ospreay's workout, I guess.
Yeah. I like their little corners they find to work out in. It's not like in a gym. It's kind of just wherever we work out. It's cool. Orange Cassidy, a double Jeopardy match with a tag title and a trios shot on the line. Cassidy defeated Dax Harwood with a roll up, securing a tag title shot for the conglomeration.
Which I was very bullish on happening last week. I was sure that Dax was winning this one because they built up Ciampa, FTR Formula unit. I thought, okay, well, for sure they're going to do a trios match. Which I will say somewhat cynically, I think they'll end up doing anyway, making this match somewhat redundant. But
get that in a few weeks. Yeah, this would be interesting because, I guess maybe they do it before Double or Nothing. Or will we get Conglomeration versus Edge and Christian in a 5 seconds
in a quiz
free match? Yeah, it's all parking lot brawl match between.
They also good luck with that. They also worked the hand in this match. This was 2 matches in a row where that was the story. Sorry, we missed in the Death Riders backstage. One thing that made me laugh was you had. Again, this is the Death Riders methods or whatever. So Ospreay sitting on the floor and Yuta's doing these deep. Was Yuta? It wasn't Garcia. It was Yuta, right? Yuta's doing these like sit-ups on top to, I guess, strengthen it. He's like lifting him with his neck. And then in the background, Moxie's training is just taking kicks from Marina Shafir. She's just kicking him in the stomach over and over and over. Very, very fun. I also liked in the Dax Orange match how many entrances there were. People just kept coming out. It's going to be basically a lumberjack match, I guess. How do you feel, by the way, about Copeland and Christian still having separate entrances?
Oh, God.
Is that something you do away with? Can they not just both come out to
the
Alter Bridge?
There's about 57 entrances for that match, Double Jeopardy match. It just doesn't feel right. Need a bit more effort, lads. Come on.
Just have Edge's song play and they both come out and Christian's looking a bit grumpy. Like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Edge comes out and then Christian music plays and he comes out. I think it loses some by virtue of doing that.
Ricochet challenged Chris Jericho to a Stadium Stampede match at Double or Nothing.
Yes.
So a bit, I guess they've been feuding, so it's not too out of the blue, but the fact that there's not really teams established makes it feel a bit like, oh, okay, this is the Stadium Stampede. Normally we've had like 2 real kind of faction, wars kind of going on, building up to the Stampede.
Sure.
Match, involving Death Riders or the Elite or the Callis family. This is a bit more like a singles match that's kind of becoming a Stampede match. But fair enough. I'm sure it will be really good, like all the others were. Looks like we're getting Ricochet.
Let's have a look at the. I just want to have a look at the Stadium Stampede matches we've had. Looking at the teams here. So the original, we've had 3. This will be the 4th Stadium Stampede, if you can believe that. And the first, since the first All In. So they've not done a single stadium. I guess they've not done it.
Well, it's anarchy in the arena, really.
Well, it's a stadium.
No, it's anarchy in the, it's anarchy in the arena, but it's technically a stadium. They're calling it Stadium Stampede, but it's going to be more arena. They're going to play music at the beginning. Kenny Omega's going to do a face,
So the first one, Double or Nothing 2020.
Oh, I hope they play Louis Armstrong. It's the Louis Armstrong Stadium they should kick off with.
That'd be good. It was the Elite versus the Inner Circle was the first one. Adam Page, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks. And do you remember who their partner was?
Matt Hardy.
It was Matt Hardy versus the Inner Circle, Jericho, Hager, Ortiz, Sammy Guevara, and Santana. Inner Circle again the year after, Double or Nothing 2021. Jericho, Hager, Ortiz, Guevara, and Santana. Do you remember who they were against in the second one? It was another faction. That's the clue.
Oh, fuck, yeah. It wasn't the Pinnacle, was it?
It was the Pinnacle.
It was the Pinnacle.
I guess the Inner Circle were the baby faces for that one.
Yeah.
It was MJF, Sean Spears, Wardlow, and FTR. And then obviously, so your point is totally right about it being more so two established groups. That kind of goes a little bit out of the window with 2023's edition, where the teams were Chuck Taylor, Trent Beretta, Orange Cassidy. Okay, so far so good. That's the Best Friends trio.
Yeah.
And their partners were Eddie Kingston and Penta. Because that was originally supposed to be who was the fill-in for Phoenix when Phoenix got hurt? Wasn't there something like that? Someone was supposed to be in this and they got replaced. I don't remember who the replacement was. Might have been Kingston, but Kingston was surely going to win the show, right?
They were against Moxley. Who else?
Moxley, Claudio, Utah.
Oh, Blackpool Combat Club, early Proto Death Riders. Yes.
Yeah. Three of them and Santana and Ortiz. So Santana and Ortiz have to date been in they're the only two people, I guess, who have been in every Stadium Stampede. They're not going to be in this one, I guess. Certainly Santana won't be. He's on the company anymore. So we have this was funny because Jericho, first of all, Ricochet stated to crickets, to no reaction whatsoever. And then Jericho goes, "You want to Stadium Stampede, is it?" And the crowd go, "Way!" But they very heavily hinted, by virtue of them appearing here, that Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin were going to be
that's what I assumed, partners. Yeah. And then we found out on Collision it's actually Jack Perry. We found out.
Jack Perry said, don't worry about those two guys.
The entire Elite are actually going to be with Jericho, which again, bit random. Which is a bit strange.
Yeah, why would they suddenly be with Jericho? This felt very ad hoc. Also, we'll come to Collision, but even Ricochet appearing to cost Jack Perry the championship. I know that they feuded up as well. I know the history. But that felt like Ricochet is in this feud with Chris Jericho, then Ricochet is suddenly attacking Jack Perry again. It felt a little bit last minute thrown together.
The fact Ricochet was dressed as a golfer kind of made me forget. I just went, he's a golf man. And I didn't worry about the logic of any of it. So now that I think about it, well, I mean, it'll be a really good match. I don't want to get too anal about it. But
what does it mean though for the Hurt Syndicate? Why are they?
They said, we're not doing any jobs, brother. And Tony said, well, you're going to win. And he said, well, are we getting the pin? And they said, no. And he says, well, we're not doing it then, brother. We only do pins because we're the Hurt Syndicate. That's a strange one. I don't know if it's injury or maybe they've got another idea for them. Maybe they turn heel, side with Ricochet because he does need two more people. Ricochet's got his two lads. And
they announced. No. They announced.
Oh, did they announce?
Mark Davis.
Oh, of course, it was
and Don Callis.
Don Callis family, wasn't it?
Yeah, they ended up backstage afterwards. It's weird. It's weird because they announced they're going to do it.
Just get rid of
and
those
then Bobby
guys.
Lashley and Benjamin come out, demand this, and then what? Like now they're going. Actually, don't worry.
Just release. Let's just get rid of. Let's just release those guys. Tony, we don't need them. You're going to bring in the New Day.
The Elite.
No, the Hurt Syndicate. Use the money that you're paying them to bring in the New Day instead. They're kind of like a better, younger version of the Hurt Syndicate. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't know about younger. They're all old.
How really? Well, okay.
I don't think Kofi Kingston is as old as Lashley.
Okay, well, but you look it up. I'm going to look it up. So get your fingers off the keyboard. I can hear him typing. He's cheating, listeners.
I haven't seen.
Okay, how old do you think Bobby Lashley is?
Bobby Lashley is probably. Well, I know Shelton is decently old. I would say Lashley's probably in his very late 40s.
Yes, he's 49.
Okay, Shelton I think is older. He's probably 51.
He's 51 this year.
Okay,
so hang on, Kofi Kingston and
say it's Austin 47, 48 at least.
Kofi Kingston 44.
Okay,
Austin Creed 39.
My God, he's a spring chicken in comparison.
But they are like, okay, I'm not saying they're like younger, but you know what I mean? Like they're a bit,
Yeah.
they're closer to me, 40 is still like.
I tell you, do you know what I was shocked to find out the other day? This is on an age topic, not so much on her silly, Let me throw some names out. You tell me how old you think they are. Io Sky.
Oh, gosh, she's cracking on a bit. 40.
No, 40. 36, I think she was.
36.
What about Asuka?
Oh, well, Asuka's over 40, definitely.
Who you would bring into AEW?
On a one-off. No, she was like 39 when she joined WWE, wasn't she?
Yeah,
something like late 30s. 46, 47?
44.
Really? I thought she was like...
44.
I don't know why. I thought she was like 40 when she joined.
What about Mina?
Oh, yeah. Mina's like 37.
37.
Yeah. Yeah, she does.
It's funny because I was reading about... She's 38, actually, now. Mina. I was reading in my old Power Slam books about All Japan women, how that was like the biggest thing, 94, 95-ish, that they had a mandatory retirement age in All Japan women. Do you know about this?
No.
Do you want to have a guess what the mandatory retirement age was for All Japan women?
I don't know. It's going to be quite young. 35?
26.
No, fuck off. 26.
20, swear to God. 26 is the mandatory retirement age for All Japan women. So you have these people who are like the best wrestlers in the world. And it's like, she's been wrestling for 2 years.
She's fucking past it.
She's a child. Anyway, so yeah, this Stadium Stampede match is going to be a lot of fun. I would rather that they also retcon the demand out of it. Have Ricochet and 4 good partners instead of Gates of Acme.
Oh, that'd be fine in a multi-man, yeah.
It'll be fun, but this was like a really messy way to go about it.
Not ideal.
We then had a very controversial segment.
What was this?
Backstage with Mina, speak of her.
Oh, is this
and the 70-year-old Harley Cameron. No, she don't know.
Shush the boobies.
The boobies. People are very booby averse, it turns out, Joe. Because this is sending us back to the days of Brad Panties matches, of mud wrestling matches, because you can't do a comedy bit where a misunderstanding means that someone's shirt gets ripped off, they don't have their gear on.
Yeah.
Which, I'll throw out an idea here. I would be shocked if Harley herself wasn't heavily involved in this idea.
She loves
and then you do this, and I go, oh.
And I go, oh,
it was almost like Carry On level stuff.
Yeah, these two would be, wouldn't it?
The people were very upset about it.
Of course they are. They're just fucking idiots. Like, grow up. They should come out and wrestle in the Saudi Arabia, full bodysuit Power Ranger gear.
Who?
Harley Cameron and Mina.
Oh, okay. I thought this was very funny. I got a big laugh out of this, to be honest. Mina's face. I thought you were wearing your gear. Why wasn't you wearing your gear? They had a match coming up.
Yeah. So that was that. And then Okada defeated Brian Keith in a title defense.
Yeah, I think we can chalk up. Let me make a note here. Award for worst haircut of the year. Brian Keith with his little stick of shit coming out the back of his head.
Oh
whatever
no!
That thing is. Top of the head looks lovely. Don't get me wrong. It's a little weird. It's like right at the front. It's not. It doesn't go all the way back. Whatever. The little ponytail. Get the old razor at that, brother.
Yeah.
Bad. Myself quite good.
It's all right. I think it was great.
I think. Let me throw some. This is going to get more bad feedback than Mina ripping Harry's shirt off. I think that, converse to what I said earlier about the guns, I think Brian Key is a little bit over. How do you feel about that? Am I crazy? Am I wrong?
No. Has he been rated? Who's rating him?
Oh, people love Brian Keith.
People like Brian.
I'm not saying I think. I want to clarify. I'm not saying I think Brian Keith is bad.
Yeah,
but I think people hold him to a pedestal that I don't think he's as good as all that.
Yeah, I've not heard any correct.
How do you feel? Okay, what's your feeling on
What's my feeling on Brian Keith? I think he'd be great in a battle royal on Collision.
Okay.
And that's about it, really.
And who would he eliminate and who would he be eliminated by?
He would accidentally eliminate himself running for a clothesline and so go over the top rope.
See, I don't think he's all that bad. I'm now going to attack Brian Keith and then in the same sentence I'm going to defend
now I've got to defend him.
I don't think he's all that bad, but like...
No, I don't think it's bad. There's no one on AEW TV regularly that I think is like bad. I don't think at all, really. Maybe a couple. But you know,
I probably knew, yeah.
Generally, like everyone's decent standard, but I just have no real like. You know, I think the gimmick could have some legs, like the whole
the bounty or anything,
bounty hunter kind of cowboy.
It's a good look
type thing, but
apart from the hair,
you know, do something with it. Make him into the Repo Man or something. I don't know. Like, yeah.
Well, there was a segment, the Swerve Strickland segment last week. Was it Barry said or someone else said?
Expected it to be Brian Keith, and it was actually
and to Barry's credit, I would much prefer Swerve Strickland being the reveal, but it would have made more sense for it to have been Brian Keith.
Yeah, it would.
You know what? I mean, if they had any interest in giving him a push, that would have made more sense. I obviously, personally, would much prefer to see a Swerve Strickland Bandito match.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, that would have made Brian Keith as the bounty hunter. It would be interesting if he actually hunted bounties, wouldn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, give him some bounties. Give him something.
Not the chocolate bars, not those horrible coconut chocolate bars. Bad.
Give him something to do instead of just popping up now and again. But anyway, women's tag match, Hikaru Shida and Chris Statlander defeated Mina Shirakawa and Harley Cameron, both wearing minimal clothing, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
So Shida and Statlander won. Was there a point to this match? I can't remember.
Was it? Well, there's the Shida Statlander story.
The tension between Shida and Statlander was supposed to be mates. They're now going to be in the women's title match at Double or Nothing.
Yes.
So yeah,
I'm enjoying Shida these last few weeks. I think she's doing good stuff.
Really.
I think she's better at it. You're not enjoying Shida and her little like what did I say was last week? The kind of the baby face who's not entirely honest about it. Let's say.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll change my mind.
I'm enjoying it. We also had the Ops backstage, as Samoa Joe said, you know, Will Ospreay, you can take the $1 million or you can have the mystery box, and said, come join the Ops instead. Come join the Death Riders, led by John Moxley, who's a multi-time world champion and current champion and wins every week, or the Ops with Hook, Anthony Bones.
Oh, Shibata. Oh, it's such a hard choice.
This is very strange, where it does seem like the storyline is Ospreay with the Death Riders, and then you have Joe shouting from the sidelines, come join us. Come join us. Is this going to pay off to anything?
Maybe they're wrestling in the Owen. I don't know. Maybe that's a quarterfinal match or something. Yeah, the Ops. There's another act that shouldn't be on TV anymore.
There's the classic one, right? We were talking about making room for the Bang Bang Gang. Ops,
Ops out, Bang Bang in.
We have a segment. Samoa Joe is in the ring with the Ops. He just kills them all. They're never seen again.
Yeah,
Shibata. He nods at Shibata, says, "You're all right, but we're going to separate." Shibata's now singles. Joe's single.
Yeah,
we don't see Hook or Anthony Bones. They show up on NXT. They
show up on TNA
as Pablo Sangiaretti and his tag team partner Anthony Bones on NXT. Can't wait. It's going to be great.
That's going to be great. And in our main event, Darby Allin defeated the Jet, Kevin Knight, to retain his world title. Very, very fun match. Very, very crazy. As you expect, lots of spots. But,
yeah,
very, very, very good match. And then afterwards, Sting came out to raise the hands of both gentlemen.
Yes,
put them over. And we also, MJF came out and we got a challenge for Double or Nothing from Darby Allin, title versus hair match.
Ooh.
Baby.
I mean, we mentioned the last few weeks that Darby was wanting MJF to put something up. We talked about that being maybe the TNT title. Obviously, he didn't win that match. His lovely, lovely real hair.
His gorgeous curly locks on the line, baby.
Okay, so cards on the table. Say this is the stipulation for Double or Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Does that change your mind at all in terms of what the result of the match is going to be, or does that kind of underline for you that MJF is winning this match?
No, I think MJF's winning. I think he'll get a lot of heat for not losing his hair and for beating Darby. And he'll win and go on to face Ospreay at the at Wembley.
I mean, I thought he was winning before they did the stipulation, and now he's really winning.
Definitely.
Granted, AEW lately has been spicier than normal with the results you fully expect to happen. But I can see MJF coming out on the Dynamite after saying, not only did I beat Darby, I won the title, I've still got my luscious hair.
Yeah.
No, he'll be really going into overdrive. Good match. Kevin, I still feel like Kevin Knight, he's still, I don't know whether he'll eventually be a really good heel or what, but I still feel like he has quite a way to go to really find that, top level or final form version of himself. I think I've said this before, but he feels very like Kyle Fletcher with the blonde hair.
Right.
Or Swerve Strickland 20 with like mogul at the embassy. If he feels like he's in that in between stage where he's having great matches, I think he's excellent in the ring, but hasn't quite found the magic ingredient that. And does it say everybody even, and I hope it does, let's not say everybody finds that ingredient, but when you look at the people who've made it, who are in that top tier, you can kind of look back to where they were 2, 3, 4 years ago and say, I can see that they what they added to their presentation from back then to bring them to the main event. So I'm hoping that Kevin Knight again finds whatever that missing ingredient is. I don't feel like he's quite there yet for the push that he's getting. Right, this doesn't feel like last year when Kyle Fletcher obviously had the Rocket Strap. Fletcher feels much further along the line even then than Knight does now to me. So I wouldn't be predicting that Kevin. He's obviously had a great year. He's top of our fantasy charts. I'd be surprised if he were to win the Owen Hart or the Continental Classic or any of these big. I just don't think he's. I don't think he's there yet. I think he's got a way to go. I would have ultimately him turn on Speedball.
Oh, I think that's what they got. Yeah, was that on Collision, wasn't there?
I think we have
to the top, baby. Oh, maybe they were Smithy Owen or something.
I think ultimately we'll have to get a heel Kevin Knight just to see kind of what does he have in the chamber. I think that's where he's going to develop. I feel like there's a little bit of development still to come for him. But very good match, of course.
Very good
And
stuff.
that segued us into Collision.
Which was on a indoor golf course.
No.
What?
The 1 hour of Collision from Wednesday.
Didn't we just already? Wasn't that what we already did?
No, that was the main event of Dynamite. Then there were more matches.
I haven't got that on this rundown here. Hang on.
Speedball Mike Bailey versus AR Fox. Don't you remember this stuff?
Oh, right. We're whizzing through this crap because this was like... I think I probably switched off for this point because it was like...
Yeah, it's like,
see, it's not even in... Where is it in...
it has different shows as Collision.
I got it. Mike Bailey defeats
AR Fox. Yeah.
Okay. Why?
Pac announced his challenge for Darby in the golf course. Jamie Hayter Sky Blue was quite good. Then we had Hayter
Rush
Hayter continued to attack her, and we had Tekla and Julia Hart in the crowd, and that had me thinking maybe we're doing a rematch Hater against Tekla at Double or Nothing. And then they obviously announced the four is what they're doing. Don Callis backstage. So this is where we did have the Andrade appearance. Don Callis backstage with Mark Davis and Takeshita and Andrade.
Yeah.
And so Andrade's new thing is he says, how you know, to everybody, regardless of the context or...
Yeah, it doesn't matter what they're saying.
Doesn't matter what they're saying. He says, how you know.
How you know.
So, Takeshita said Okada shouldn't worry about going for the world title. He should be worried about losing the international title to him at Double or Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And Callis says that, well, Okada is the hand-picked choice for the world title. Mm-hmm. Andrade asks, how you know? He sure did. And then, obviously, on conclusion, they announced that Okada has some personal thing. Mm-hmm. They had to go back to Japan, so they're doing Takeshita instead for the title. Roosh, some fella was messing with the bull, apparently. So Roosh gave him the Hearns.
Don't mess with the bull.
And then we had Big 10-man.
Big Bang Gang in the box.
Although, here's Paul's, not nitpick, Paul's legitimate complaint of the week. So this was the first Bang Bang Gang reunion in a match since the return the week prior. So you had the Guns and you had Ace Austin as part of this match. And so the lights went out. The music plays, by order of the Bang Bang Gang, gone suck. And then I'm sitting there with my little Guns Up t-shirt, Guns Up foam hands, Juice Robinson hat, going, here we go. They're going to do the coolest entrance in AEW, my favorite entrance in AEW. I know I sound a little like a WWE fan here. I was tuning in for the entrance. I didn't give a shit about the match. God. But, I love the Bang Bang Gang entrance, where the lights go out, order the Bang Bang Gang, and then the music plays, and the camera pans up and goes around the three of them, and Colton Gunn gives a little look with the glasses, and Austin Gunn goes, by order of the Bang Bang Gang, and whoever's standing in the back does a little funny thing.
Yeah.
They didn't do any of that. The lights came on too early, and the cameraman just stood on the ramp looking at him, and they, to be honest, I don't know what was planned, but they looked a little bit peeved by it. Austin Gunn gave a little look like, you're not coming up and doing the thing. The cameraman not coming up and doing the walk around this thing. So they just kind of went, oh, all right. That was it. So I would hope by the next time we see the Bang Bang Gang that would be sorted out, because it's the fucking best entrance in wrestling. So make it work.
Do it.
They did get the win in this match. In fact, Austin Gunn hit the fold on Yuta for the 3. They stood tall. And that take us to, as you said, Fairway
to Hell, which is on an indoor golf course in Florida. So this was kind of a
SoFi Center.
It's a special, I think it's like a professional, like PGA affiliated. Like it's not just like it's not like Top Golf. Like it is a proper indoor golf course. I feel this was a promote, like maybe it was a paid show. Like they were there to promote the venue rather than it being them just deciding to run it, because there were a lot of kind of it was very Saudi Arabia-esque of like, here in this amazing incredibly high-tech facility, they kept putting over the golf course quite a bit.
I mean, it was an element of that. I mean, they got a discount.
I think more than a discount. I wouldn't be surprised if that was like almost a kind of
fully paid sponsorship.
Not like a paid, but like come and use the facility like for free, and as long as you kind of put it over or like on TV. I mean, that's it would be, I think, a really good opportunity. Surprised WWE hasn't done that. Like, we'll come to your shitty fucking arena if you pay us. Turn up at like the Cheesecake Factory, put on WrestleMania.
It's an interesting thought, because I don't think AEW of their own volition is booking the golf venue. Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't think so.
Definitely some conversation was had. Tony knows a guy.
Tony's in Florida. He talked to someone at an event and was like, come to our thing. And maybe they weren't getting paid a lot of money to go there, but certainly like, come and use it for free. We'll take care of all the stuff and you promote it. Anyway,
interesting
stuff. So I was kind of, when I heard it announced, I was like, okay, that's kind of interesting to use that as a venue. expecting that they were going to like cover up the golf bit and just run it, put a ring in the middle, like use it as a normal kind of arena.
Yeah.
No, it was basically the ring was like on the fairway, and then the rest of the green was as it was. Which at first I was like, oh my God, this looks ridiculous, because like all the fans are so far away from the ring as well, because they're all right around this golf course. But as it went on, I was like, actually, this is fucking brilliant. Great. This is class. It looked great. Like the lighting and everything looked great. I thought the crowd looked great. There was only 1,000 people there, but it looked really, really good.
Yeah.
And it was quite a fun show as well. They used the golf thing as like part of it to really kind of really hammed it up with the golf stuff. So yeah, it was a really, really fun show. Kicks off with the national championship match. Mark Davis defeated Jack Perry to become the new champion after distraction from Don Callis and Ricochet running in dressed as a golfer, hitting Jack Perry with a golf club, kind of Cohen White shades.
Yes,
from Ricochet here. Yeah, it was quite a good match, and I was pleased to see Davis win. I think he's been really good. Deserves to
get his flowers.
Deserves that kind of feature. Yeah, good match.
But he's also the kind of archetypal national champion. Like he's like for me the perfect person.
Yeah, he's that kind of like, you can imagine him in the NWA, sort of holding like
he's very much a throw.
Old school NWA, not the current one. Yeah, this was a decent enough match. Wasn't like phenomenal, but like pretty good.
I would say I'm sort of God. I personality wise not so much, but certainly in ring, I'm very much coming around on Jack Perry. He was a guy that I was like, don't put Jack Perry on my TV. But lately, I've actually enjoyed quite a lot of his matches.
Yeah, he's all right.
What is
the
not
promo?
doing? The promos are kind of harder to get me.
But I think this one normally, yeah, with his promos, I'm like, it sounds very bad. This just something about this one. I was like, okay, actually, it feels like he's reached a point where he could just sort of cut a decent backstage promo. You know what I mean? Like what? Sure. I quite liked it. I don't like it, but it was fine. I didn't want to fast forward it. that's my taste.
That's your baseline.
He's reached the point where I don't skip the segment, so that's an improvement. So yeah, good match.
Mark Davis, I love, by the way.
Mark Davis is really
Mark
good.
Davis is great.
He is great.
Top notch.
Was the promo immediately after that? I can't remember. Or was it later?
Yeah, I think when they came.
It was straight afterwards, and then they announced the Elite versus.
You think you know what that match is going to be? You have no fucking idea.
We then got Divine Dominion.
Well, actually, sorry. Before we get to Divine Dominion, let me tell you what my little pea brain thought was happening here. So Jack Perry says, I hear you've got Jericho. I hear you got this Stadium Stampede coming up, and you're going to be teaming with the Hurt Syndicate. Well, let me throw out an idea here. You want to add 2? Well, 2 + 2 = 4. Carry the 1 minus the square root of 3. You're getting the Elite, the full Elite. And I thought, oh, they're doing like 7 people on each team. I thought he meant the Elite plus the Hurt Syndicate.
Yeah.
Turns out that's not what's happening. But I was confused. That's what I thought he meant initially.
I think initially, I kind of thought the same sort of, but yeah, it was okay.
14 man. I mean, with AEW, they could do a fucking 14 man Stadium Stampede if they wanted. That's also where we had the Ricochet saying that Mark Davis was going to be on his team before the Divine Dominion came out. I tell you what, on the Divine Dominion topic, most weeks they come out and they're facing 2 locals, and you see the shot of the 2. They get the locals get like a little close up beauty shot, right?
Yeah,
and you're shaking your head, going, "These people, where did they get these people from?
Yeah.
These people ain't they ain't gonna make it. It's like me at karaoke. It is not gonna happen, right? These 2 people, I'm gonna pull their names here. Ruthie Slay and Rachel Lay looked like real pro wrestlers.
Really good gear.
You could believe them. Good gear, good physique.
Looked good.
Looked like they could be on wrestling. You know, I mean, they passed the eye test. Let's put it that.
Yeah.
And of course, Divine Dominion beat the fuck out of them.
They got
very
beaten up
quickly.
in a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
So was that?
I have another Divine Dominion nitpick.
Go on.
This is a very personal preference thing, as opposed to something they're like not doing right or whatever. They do the finish, the old chronic high time double choke slam for the finish. The fact that they do that means we don't get to see Megan Bayne do the running power bomb finish, which is a way cooler finish.
Yeah.
That makes me a little bit sad. That makes me a little bit like, I love Divine Dominion. I love Divine Dominion, but 5% of me every time is saying, Megan, turn around and fucking kill this Lena Cross and be the singles world champion you're destined to be. I think Megan, if it wasn't apparent already, I think Megan Bayne is so close. And I think she should be like world champion. I know Tekla is great. The one thing, again, that Megan Bayne lacks, because she has got so many positives. She looks great. She's a great vessel. Her promos are absolutely dreadful. That's the one problem. She's got no personality whatsoever. Not personality, sorry. I take that back. She's got very little charisma in her promos. In the promos.
Never.
Never. Okay. I take that back as well. Her promo delivery is very flat. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
not that she doesn't have charisma. She doesn't wrestle. She does. But her promo.
I don't need to hear promos from people. Honestly,
It's very. I'm reciting a line.
That's what managers are for. That's what managers are for.
These two need a manager. Who'd be a good manager for them?
Need a loud, ideally female.
But it doesn't have to be female.
I think it would work because again, it would make them look bit if they got like a small,
a really tiny manager,
tiny woman,
Mini Danhausen.
Yes,
there you go.
Yes, Mini Danhausen managing the Divine Dan Minion.
No, but if they were to have him, who would be a good?
Who's a good female promo?
I'm trying to think AEW wise if we have had anyone who's kind of been in that role or maybe has kind of left, isn't in WWE currently at least.
Vicky Guerrero.
Oh God. Not Vicky Guerrero.
Oh God.
Excuse me. Remember she was Andrade's manager, Tony Khan. What were you thinking? Oh my God. That was like 2 weeks and they're like,
gosh, yeah. I don't know. I can't think of anyone, but yeah, I like some.
I'll tell you, and she's a bit tall, but I think she would suit the role. Karen Jarrett. She may be too tall, but I think she'd be the kind of
yeah. She's quite
businessy
annoying
woman style. Not even that she's annoying, but she has that kind of.
She's quite annoying.
She can be.
She's very annoying. Double or Nothing announcement: 4-way match for the women's world title. As we mentioned, really Tekla, Jamie, Shida, Statlander.
First time ever. 4 former world champions fighting for the world title.
Wow. Very true. We got a bonus match, standby match. Mike Speedball Bailey defeated Kieran Gray in short order.
Yeah.
And then this is where we got the Kevin Knight, me and you to the top, brother, until I turn on you segment. Owen Hart brackets confirmed. Dynamite, and then that led into the main event. It was Darby Allin versus Pac in a no count out but disqualifications.
A very clever no count out to take benefit of the arena there.
Yeah, and I didn't mind. It's a bit convoluted, but I didn't mind that. It was fine. And of course, they immediately went over to near the green. Very carefully stayed off the green, though, to be honest.
I noticed that. They were obviously told, don't go on the green.
Don't go on that fucking green because it'll cost $100,000 to repair it, probably.
Every step you take is a grand.
That's $1,000, yeah. So they stayed around the green on the rough, I think.
But do if you want in the bunkers, just take bumps into the bunker.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Sunset flip into a bunker. I mean, absolutely tremendous. And then Pac takes a backflip bump off a drop kick into the bunker. I'm like, yes. Oh, I love this shit. This is a kind of like WCW doing hog wild kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Or like a beach
blast or
spring break where they'd go into the beach and oh yeah, this was great. I love it. You don't want this too often, but like every now and again doing
Gorilla Press. It's like her as well.
Oh my God, so funny. So they had a very good match, and then there was a lot of interference from the Death Riders. Eventually, they climbed up to some kind of balcony. There were like a whole load of tables set up.
Yeah.
I kind of had missed this. There was a couple of minutes I missed, but like they set up a bunch of tables, got onto this balcony. There's a hilarious bit where they're fighting in the crowd, and like Pac hits Darby with a low blow while the ref's not looking, and I'm like, really? Like, come on. Yeah. I know it's a DQ in enforcement, but like, you know,
low blow not allowed.
They're on the balcony in
thrown allowed off a balcony,
about to be thrown through 4 tables, but have a distraction for the low blow. So yeah, Darby survived the fall through. Well, he hit 2 of the tables, didn't quite hit 4 of them. It was kind of very like Jeff Hardy at MSG Royal Rumble 2000. You know, we've got that kind of tight entrance and then through the tables. But then
maybe slightly higher than that, but yeah.
Oh yeah, it was probably significantly higher than that. But eventually, he came back to win with a belt shot and then a coffin drop.
I know. Again, I think I mentioned last week, I have a little bit of a bugbear with baby faces cheating to win lately. Just seems to happen a little too much. I like my baby faces pure. I mean, again, to go back to the days of your Ted Turner would not have he would have liked his baby faces not breaking the rules. I mean, the rules are there for the heels to break them. That's the to really break wrestling down to its fundamental parts. That's the point, right? So when the babyface, Darby gave MJF a low blow, Darby hit Pac with the belt. I mean, they shouldn't have to do that, right? Darby should just beat Pac. He shouldn't have to use the belt. So I do find that a little bit. That's very, very minimal. I thought this match was an absolute riot and a banger.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to have Darby hit him with the belt. Darby could have just got him with the old tie-up pin thing he does, or even hit him with a move and then hit him with the coffin drop. He doesn't need to hit him with the low blow or the belt. Not for me. But this match was great. Fantastic.
Yes, it was. And then
big thumbs up.
Yeah, we found out Takeshita versus Darby on Dynamite. So exciting stuff. So that was the TV for the week. Movies. I have at long last, I think for the first time in a month, I have watched a movie. I've watched one movie. No TV yet. I did watch Taskmaster.
Yeah.
But I've watched a movie. Have you seen Send Help?
I'm not a huge Raimi guy.
Oh.
Just because I was always too much of a coward to watch the Evil Dead movies. I do think I'll eventually broaden my horizons and watch some of these. I mean, I'm sure my tolerance for Evil Dead 1 and 2 will be fine. Army of Darkness looks fun. Just never got around to it. Obviously saw the Spider-Man movies. 2 of them are very good. And then, Raimi is not some... I watched Doctor Strange 2, of course. Absolute rubbish. But, the Sam Raimi elements of it, I guess, were fun. No, it's just I'm not been a huge Sam Raimi guy, and that's mostly due to my own ignorance of his better movies. Where would you fall on Raimi generally? I know you're a big fan of the Spider-Man movies, but
I've never seen The Evil Dead either, actually. I've seen Darkman with Liam Neeson.
I have AIDS.
Crazy characters, wacky punchlines. I saw that one. I did like Drag Me to Hell. Just kind of a horror with...
There's more PG-13 horror. That wasn't.
Oh, I don't know about that. It was pretty. Was it PG-13? I remember it being pretty graphic. Well, it's pretty scary anyway. I did enjoy that, and of course the Spider-Man movies. The only other stuff, then I saw Oz the Great and the Powerful.
PG-13. It was, yeah.
Oz the Great and the Powerful, which was a load of old wank, and then Doctor Strange, which was sort of also wank.
Yeah.
And I haven't really seen a lot of his kind of smaller movies, to be honest. I'm not like a Raimi fan, but I sort of admire from afar. Like he's kind of known as an interesting filmmaker. I know he's an interesting filmmaker, so it's like, okay, I'll check this out. So Send Help is a kind of survival movie starring Rachel McAdams and Dylan O'Brien. So Rachel McAdams plays a kind of very sort of meek, like corporate underdog who gets bullied by all the really nasty men at her office who steal her work, don't give her credit and bully her and stuff. They go on a flight to, I can't remember exactly where they're flying to, somewhere in Asia, but they crash. This is the premise. Her and all the nasty men crash, and her and Dylan O'Brien survive and find themselves on an island. She's a kind of survivor obsessive, like the TV show Survivor. So she's kind of like prepped. So now it's like the shoes on the other foot, basically. She's like, they've gone from the corporate jungle to the actual jungle. And now Rachel McAdams is in charge.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I won't give away much more than that, because it is a very fun film. Yeah, we watched it last night. It's very fun. There's very funny bits, plenty of laughs in it. It is very graphic at times, as you would expect from a Raimi film. Not like constantly graphic. It does kind of sneak up on you a little bit. Like all of a sudden there'll be like some really nasty little moment. Michelle couldn't really watch a lot of it. She was looking away to some of it.
A woman after my own heart. Yeah,
quite graphic, but yeah, very funny. I kind of, a lot of it's still done with a wink and a nod, where it's very Raimi style, you know, almost kind of, you know, over the top. But I did really enjoy it. I really enjoyed it. I thought that the dynamic, I thought Rachel McAdams is great. There is a little bit of that thing of like, take an incredibly attractive woman and mess her hair up and make her wear glasses so that she looks ugly, kind of thing.
Yes.
It's like, oh, she's so fucking ugly. Oh my!
I say is Rachel McAdams plays ugly woman in this, does she?
Yeah, and it's like it's like, come on,
that's a bit unbelievable.
But generally, yeah, very funny, kind of interesting film. Lots of twists and turns and some very cool bits. So yeah, definitely worth a watch. I would kind of a 4-star for me. Like I thought very solid, enjoyable, not like an all-time classic or anything, but like really just enjoyable kind of movie. It was also very successful as well. I thought it was the kind of movie that wouldn't really do that well these days, but I think it doubled its budget, you know, maybe more. Like it did pretty well, so it's good to see. Original movie. Without,
I've seen the
big. I mean, Rachel McAdams is quite a big star, but not like you know, a top, like it's not The Rock, you know.
No,
it's not Chris Evans.
I mean, Raimi, I'm sure his name does a bit of heavy lifting.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, I've seen trailers for it, and I'm sure it's nothing like it, but it reminds me, at least the trailers do, of the M. Night Shyamalan movie Old, or The Beach What Turned People Old.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's no.
There's nothing like it, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
But something about the tropical sort of location.
Yeah, nothing like that. But yeah, very good. Big thumbs up.
Nice. Well, you probably heard I watched Hoppers last week, and I admitted that I was wrong on that one.
Okay.
I was wrong. Hoppers was fun.
It was good, yeah.
So continuing that, I've watched 2 more family movies, and you'll notice I say family movie and not kids movies, and that's going to play into my criticism of one of these movies, because I think that a family movie should appeal to people of all ages and should bring with it some value in its story, some moral lessons maybe, but have some point to it aside from just selling tickets and references. Did you ever see the first Super Mario Bros?
No.
You're a big Super Mario guy.
Yes.
You like the Mario.
But I don't watch the kids'
movies. Why not watch the movie?
I don't like kids' movies because I'm 40.
It's no kid movie. It's for the family. Well, not really. This is what I'm getting at, is these Mario movies are for fucking stupid kids with no brains.
Fucking Mark.
The first Mario movie, which came out, 2023 maybe now, by now, it was very safe, but it was perfectly watchable. And you go, oh, Donkey Kong is in this. Oh, I like Donkey Kong. And they go on a little adventure through the Mushroom Kingdom. And honestly, I mean, look, I wouldn't recommend it because I don't think it's great. But as a Mario movie, if you're in fucking a Mario mood and you could get on the old internet.com and download the Mario movie. You can do this. It's a perfectly watchable bit of fluff. Not very challenging. The story's not very interesting, but it's a fun little movie. Yeah. Fun little diversion. So what I'm getting at is this week I watched the sequel, the Mario Galaxy movie.
Oh, must have been good.
Mario Galaxy, that's a fucking good game. And actually, Mario Galaxy, you might make the argument, is one of the few Mario games that kind of has a story to it, outside of just the princess gets kidnapped. We'll go through all these levels and fight the Bowser and get to the princess.
Yeah.
Mario Galaxy has more of a plot with Rosalina and the stars need a little book that you read during the game and this and that. So first of all, you'll be happy to hear that the movie does not adapt any of that material. It's completely nothing to do with Mario Galaxy, basically. Rosalina does appear in the movie for about 5 combined minutes. That's there at the end. She gets kidnapped. That's the point of the movie. It is, I mean, Star Wars used to get, around the time of Rogue One, a lot of the criticism was that they were just fucking obsessed with, that's Dr. Ezeban from New Hope. That's Ponda Baba.
That's Babu Frick.
That's the Gamorrean guard from Return of the Jedi. Oh, look in the background. That's the fucking droid that blows up when they're trying to get R2-D2 at the start from the Jawas. It just became, what references can we fit into this thing in lieu of a plot, This movie, so take that feeling, take that concept, that idea. This movie is that to the nth degree. You've got 2 dials. One is for plot and story and character development and analogy and overall message, and that's all on one dial, right? And the other dial is references to things from the games. The story plot is dialed down to 0.1 and the other one is dialed up to 100. So the movie has no real plot to speak of. Rosalina gets kidnapped. Yeah. Why? Fuck it. They give a very, very minor sort of explanation later on. It's one of those movies as well, which is super annoying, but where the plot only ever moves forward by like coincidence or by accident. So let's say you're watching The Godfather and they have to do the scene where, Michael Corleone has to go into the restaurant and meet the guy that goes into the bathroom where the gun is planted. Let's say we do that scene, except the way that Michael Corleone ends up in the restaurant is he, by accident, his trousers get wet and he has to go into a shop to buy new pants. And then the person in the pants shop says, "Oh, there's a great restaurant down the road. You should try their meatballs." And he goes and happens to go into that. And that's where the next plot point is. This movie is full of, and then a guy shows up for no reason to move the plot along. And then a monkey steals Toad's backpack and that monkey just happens to run to where the next plot point is. Like the movie never moves forward on its own accord based on what's happening. It's always, and then someone shows up, or then an accident happens, or then a coincidence happens. And so there's no real plot.
Yeah.
It's just a series of events that are sort of linked together in the most bare effort, like shit out of plot. Like when a lot of the reviews of this have been saying that the movie could have been written by AI. And I certainly can see it because there's very little connective tissues between the individual scenes. But if you love your references, you'll go, there's your man from Mario Bros 2. There's Birdo. There's Wart. Yeah, the movie's full of that. But how much you'll get out of this movie depends on how much you like having the keys jangled in front of your face. Whether you go, oh, look, it's
that's what a lot of people like now. Like recognizing things.
That's what this movie is. That there's nothing else to it. It is so bare bones. For as safe as the first one was, the first one had at least a plot.
Yeah,
this one doesn't even have that. Mario, I would say, has about 5 lines of dialogue in the entire thing. He basically does not. I think Peach probably has the most. Peach and Bowser Jr. This is the thing is as well. I mean, if you were watching this movie without having played a lot of the Mario games, such as we have, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's fucking no explanation for anything. Bowser Jr. shows up. He's obviously the antagonist from Super Mario Sunshine, which Joe and myself have painstakingly 100%ed. But he shows up and he's got the paintbrush and he's got the mask with the little mouth on it. Never explained to a movie audience why he has this paintbrush that can make things come to life, and the reason is because he had that in Sunshine. And that's I mean, I would imagine that a lot of the bad reviews from movie critics are because the movie just doesn't make any fucking sense unless you play these games and you have a built-in knowledge that the blue flower is the ice power-up, and the ice power-up lets you do X, Y, Z. If you're just watching the movie cold, you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I don't understand any of this inbuilt knowledge that you have played the games. So, yeah, I mean, it's not aggressively, annoyingly bad. It's certainly not boring, but it's like, it's Plop. It's Plop the movie with Mario on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll not recommend the Super Mario Galaxy movie unless you just want the references and you just want to see who's in it and what do they do. Fucking you fast forward through in 10 minutes and you get your fix. Watching it as a movie, it's nonsense. It's very bad. And then my second family movie of the week. And I wonder if you're interested in seeing this one at all, Joe, because you just a minute ago said you don't watch kids movies. The Sheep Detectives.
Wow. Now you're talking.
So this is a kids movie, Joe.
Wow, is it? Sounds like a family movie to me.
Written by, you're going to hit me with?
Craig Mazin.
Yeah.
Writer of Chernobyl. And The Last of Us.
Yes.
Outside the English town of Denbrook. That's definitely fake. That's no real place. Shepherd George Hardy lives in a meadow and spends his time isolated, reading murder mystery novels. Okay. We got Hugh Jackman. We got Academy Award winner Emma Thompson.
Yes.
Nicholas Braun.
Yeah, of Succession. Cousin Greg.
Nicholas Galizine. Molly Gordon. She's good. Hong Chow. Bryan Cranston. Julia Louis. Okay, and these are the voice of the sheep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Regina Hall,
Okay.
Patrick Stewart, Rhys Darby,
Okay.
Goldstein.
This looks like a tax write-off, but okay. What do you think? What do you think of it?
It was actually very good. So let me hit you with the details here. The Sheep Detectives, as Joe just mentioned, is a story of Hugh Jackman plays this shepherd who's been through some family trauma. And he is unexpectedly murdered, spawning a whodunit.
You've seen the budget for this film, $75 million.
Yeah, it ain't going to make his money back.
Send Help was $40 million budget.
Yeah, we did. Send Help didn't have all the sheep.
Didn't have all the sheep.
Sheep in it.
Yeah.
Well, Hugh Jackman's character gets murdered and spawning a whodunit, but Denbrook's one and only police officer, played by Succession's cousin Greg, Nicholas Braun, doing an English accent. Doing quite funny in English accent, actually.
Oh, God.
He's so inept that he can't solve the case without the help of these sheep, unbeknownst to him. So what appears on the surface to be one of those stupid and annoying talking animal movies is actually, in sheep's clothing, believe it or not, quite a decent whodunit that actually had me thinking, oh, that's quite a funny, clever twist. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that coming. Quite well done. And also has some, deeper than you'd expect musings on death and belonging.
Mm-hmm.
And, comparing to the Mario movie, which had no message of any kind aside from buy Nintendo products, This is like a surprisingly deep movie for how it appears on the surface, which is just funny talking cheap going bleh. Actually quite good. I know that when the trailer originally came out for this, it was a little bit of a meme. People were crazy for it because it looked just so crazy. But I would say worth a watch. Actually quite enjoyable. Surprisingly so. I obviously won't spoil any of the mystery, but it is actually quite well done. I'll tell you, there's 2 big laughs in it for me as well. This obviously won't spoil the movie, but there's at the very beginning, the MGM logo plays with the lion, and it makes a sheep noise, which was very funny.
Something to look forward to.
And then there's a very good line where Nicholas Braun's again, he plays the kind of one police officer in this very small backwoods English town, and he's interviewing one of the potential suspects, and they say to him, because of how small the town is, obviously, and how idyllic and quiet the town is, they say to him, "This is your first murder, isn't it?" And he says, "Excuse me, you think I did it?" Which I thought, might take a second for you to get it. But I thought that was a really, really funny line. I was laughing out loud in the cinema at that one. Surprisingly good. I mean, I know it looks like a big piece of shit. I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed it quite a bit. So, Sheep Detectives, again, if it shows up on one of your streaming services, you can do 5 hours. I don't anticipate it's going to make a lot of money, but it was a fun. On the topic of Taskmaster, have you been enjoying the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I like the mustard custard task from
Mustard Custard
previous week. That was quite fun.
No, don't look
except
at
little Alex Horn fucking it up.
He's fucked a few people up this season. We talked about Kumail on the steps dropping the letters. Got distracted by Alex, and now he's telling people the fucking answer.
He is a naughty little womble, isn't he?
Naughty little Alex Horn.
Yeah, so that was all right. This week's I liked the prize task actually. The baguettes takes Armando Iannucci's legs.
Yes,
there's ham and cheese and the baguette on his legs. That was very funny. Joel Dommett's tattoo, a bit extreme.
I mean, we've had the tattoo bit.
That's been done, Dommett, you boring bastard.
Yeah.
That was okay, and then what else was there? The sardines thing wasn't really that funny, I didn't think.
I think sardines is a weird one, because I think conceptually it works. I don't think they had enough people. Sardine is like, if somehow you could have all 5 of them on the same day, and it's like a separately judged, almost like the live task. You obviously couldn't do it live, but if it was applied as if it were a live task with the 5 of them in competition at once in the house, I think that's the only way you can make that task work, really.
Well, they could have done it as a timed one or something else, like...
Oh, but that's true. They've done... But that's not sardines, though, really. It's just...
Well, that's the thing, yeah, like...
I don't think it worked as a team.
It needed something else. It needed like another level to it, like, I don't know, but it wasn't great. I like the bouncy ball thing was quite good.
The bouncy ball one was fun.
And Kamal was really good at the final task, which was quite entertaining. He's just nailing it every time.
The carnival style swing.
Swinging the ring on the thing. Yeah, that's all right.
The prediction one as well, I felt like possibly was going to lend itself to more interesting. I tell you what one of my little, not annoyances is, but it always feels like a cheap sort of get out, is when something like this, write down the prediction for an unlikely situation, and then the person who wins use like CGI or after, like it's like a big produced thing as opposed to something that they can actually do in person. I feel like that shouldn't be allowed unless the task explicitly states this is a creative task, whatever. Like, people who are playing by the rules make a prediction come true, for it to be a sheep farts out an ostrich. Obviously, you can only do that with these special effects. Like that to me.
Why? Yeah.
I think I'm getting more and more on board with the cast. I think Joel is very funny in particular. Armando as well.
Yeah.
Right. And then we'll finish up.
A few video games for us.
A couple of video games. One video game. I'm still playing Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. A nice little cheapy weepy on the Nintendo Switch, the original Nintendo Switch. In fact, this was a Wii U game originally. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. So Captain Toad, who appears in quite a few of the Super Mario games. I know he's in Odyssey. A lot of the Odyssey moons are Find Captain Toad.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the Galaxy games as well. Find Captain Toad in the Galaxy games as well. But he gets his own game here, which is a very fun little puzzle game where each level is like a little cube that you're walking around.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't jump and you can't attack enemies. So Toad is very, very helpless. But you have to walk through this little puzzle box and find 3 little gems on your way and eventually reach the end of that without being killed while finding all the little hidden secrets. So yeah, I picked it up on Amazon for €30. Again, on the original Switch. Not a super long game, but it's a really fun game. It's segmented into levels, like all the best Mario games. So something you can pick up and play a level or two and put down. And it's really, really fun. It's fun because some of the levels, in order to beat, do require multiple playthroughs because there's always a hidden achievement that you have to get. So it'll either be find the secret mushroom or kill all the enemies or beat the level in under a certain time or whatever. Yeah. You don't find out what the secret element is until you beat the level for the first time normally. And so there's always a little, I didn't even think about doing that when I was playing the first time. Like there was one that I just did, which was very like a Mario level, in Mario Sunshine where it does the little sub areas where you do the platforming basically. There was one that was like, in Mario where the platforms you stand on for a second and they drop out.
Right.
So you're constantly having to move. There's one level that was like that. And there was all these little enemies around. So what all Toad can do is if you find, like in Mario Bros 2, if you find a vegetable in the floor, you can pick it up and throw it at an enemy. Mm-hmm. So I was making my way to one of these platforms, throw at the enemy and then going through. And I beat the level and then the achievement was beat the level without killing a single enemy. So, I was too clever. So essentially what it wants you to do is just time your run. Really
Right.
So 2 very different ways to play the same level. One is methodically pick them off with the vegetables and make it safe before you go through. The other one is more specific, almost platforming. So really, really fun. I think I'm almost about a third of the way through the game. There's 3 chapters. First one has 18 levels. I'm on level 50. So I'm almost finished chapter 1. And then chapter 2 is the same length. Chapter 3 is a little bit longer. But yeah, really, really fun. If you ever see it on sale or anything, you could certainly do worse. It's a very fun little Nintendo Mario adjacent Switch game that I don't think sells at full price ever. Because it being a Wii U port and it being a sort of smaller puzzle game anyway, I think it's typically goes in the €30, £25 probably range. And it's definitely a fun little game. And then I saw in the week, this isn't something I've been playing, but I saw that they announced a new Star Fox game. Ooh. I was going to ask if you had ever played on the N64, the original, not the original, because the original was on the Super Nintendo, but Lilac Wars, as it was called over here.
No.
You did not play it.
No, I was there not Star Fox 64 or something like that? Was it
No. Star Fox, not even Star. I was going to say Star Fox on the Super Nintendo. It was not even. It was called Star Wing on the Super Nintendo. No, there was some legal
Oh, okay.
confusion with the Star Fox brand. I don't remember what exactly the issue was, but they were not able to call it Star Fox up until there was a game on the GameCube called Star Fox Adventures, which I played and I very much enjoyed. It was like a Zelda type game. But Star Fox and Star Fox 64, or Star Wing and Lilac Wars, if you prefer, they're sort of spaceship shooters, sort of like asteroids or Space Invaders, but taken to the third dimension. So you're like behind the ship as you fly around and shoot things. So there was talk about a new Star Fox game coming out because Fox McCloud appears in the new Mario movie. He's the star of the Star Fox games. But turns out that the new Star Fox game that they're bringing out is a remake of the Nintendo 64 game.
Yeah.
And there are also rumors that they're going to remake Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. So it seems like something that they might be doing at the moment is remaking some of those classic 64 games in the modern style. I wonder if we will at some point see a 2026 style remake of Mario 64 with proper controls, extra content, maybe. I don't know. Because that's Mario 64, one of my favorite games of all time. One of my favorites of all.
It is for me, but like, I don't know. It feels like nostalgia, babe. It feels like the movie. Like, oh, you know that game?
Sure.
Play it again, but get better, probably.
This is the thing, right? I will play that game again, even without anything better. I think I've beaten Mario 64 5-6 times. You know, like I never have any problem to go back and play through that game. So if I was afforded the opportunity to play it on a different, improved visuals, improved controls, okay, why not? Especially if there's extra content. Now, this you're right in that when it comes to a video game, especially a video game, but also remasters or remakes, there's two lines of thinking. There's people who remake a game with real care and added content and new experiences from theirs. And then there's as I know you as someone who played Mario Galaxy 2 and Mario Galaxy on that, whatever it was, what was the name of the pack they ran out? The triple pack.
Yeah.
Where it's just fucking bung the game on it. Who gives a shit? That's, as I said, there's really doing a remake to the best of your ability and really remastering it. And there's copy and paste on a disc and sell it for 60 quid. Like, so I would hope that if they were to do that, I mean, Star Fox looks amazing. It does not look any more like an N64 game. If you didn't know that it was an N64 game originally, you'd watch and say, well, that's just a modern game.
Yeah.
So if they were able to do something similar with 64, and I'm hoping with Ocarina of Time as well, because that's similarly one of my favorite games of all time, then that would be great. But who knows? I think that's about it then, Joe, for this week.
That is going to do us. Thanks for joining us once again. We'll be back next week with hopefully Barry in tow, talking more wrestling, more footy. We got Paul's big shattering feature. Spoil, it's called Club ChairShot, and you get to pay 15 quid to listen to ahead of time. Also, we're going to do a nonsensical new quiz. So that'll be coming. And then
I will say, I've still not told Barry and Joe what this feature is. Only I know. And I'll say the same to you, Joe, that I said to Barry. I still have not done any extra recon or information gathering that would benefit me in terms of this new feature / quiz, whatever we want to call it. Even though I'm the one running it, I understand that some people might be cynical that, sure, Paul, you're going to win this and you're going to... Jesus, no, I'm not the baby face who hits Pac with the belt. I'm the honorable baby face who will play by the rules. So you guys will have to take my word. And again, by virtue of how the game goes, that might become apparent that I haven't cheated, but we will save that one for next week, which is annoying because I came up with this idea the week before the episode when I brought it up. So I've been sitting on this already 2 weeks.
Unbelievable.
because it was the week before you went to Germany.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit tough when you come up with an idea. You have to sit on it for nearly a month.
Get it out, yeah.
I'm hoping, listeners, and I'm hoping for more so for yourself, Joe, Barry, and myself, that it'll be a fun little idea, fun time.
Hopefully. Don't forget to send us an email. Check us, I don't know, like and subscribe.
ChairShotPodcast.com.
All that, send us emails.
Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel. You can see the video version where we're actually filming all this, by the way. This isn't audio only. This is all filmed. Just kidding.
Yeah, I never put up the video. Went to the website. Do you want to record the video? No, don't bother.
No. We record it. We record it on video. That's just for our own gratification to watch back.
No, we don't even record the video. We do. We tape it with video, but we don't record the video. Sorry, listeners. That's too much. Come on.
I know everyone's in video, but we're like, this fucking, come on. We're old school.
You don't want to see my face.
You trust me. Trust me.
You do not. I got no shirt on. The nips are not looking as peachy as they used to.
It's true. So that's going to do it. I'll leave it with a big goodbye from me and a goodbye from Mr. Paul Griffin.
Goodbye.